The Boeing F/A-18E and F/A-18F Super Hornet are twin-engine, carrier-capable, multi-role fighter aircraft variants based on the McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet. The F/A-18E single-seat and F/A-18F tandem-seat variants are larger and more advanced derivatives of the F/A-18C and D Hornet. The Super Hornet has an internal 20mm M61 rotary cannon and can carry air-to-air missiles and air-to-surface weapons. Additional fuel can be carried in up to 5 external fuel tanks, and the aircraft can be configured as an airborne tanker by adding an external air-to-air refueling system. Designed and initially produced by McDonnell Douglas, the Super Hornet first flew in 1995. Low-rate production began in early 1997, with full-rate production starting in September 1997, after the merger of McDonnell Douglas and Boeing the previous month. The Super Hornet entered fleet service with the United States Navy in 1999, replacing the Grumman F-14 Tomcat, which was retired in 2006. The Super Hornet has served alongside the original Hornet. The Royal Australian Air Force, RAF, which has operated the F/A-18A as its main fighter since 1984, ordered the F/A-18F in 2007 to replace its aging General Dynamics F-111C fleet. RAF Super Hornets entered service in December 2010. The end of the Cold War led to a period of military budget cuts and considerable restructuring. At the same time, U.S. naval aviation faced a number of problems. The McDonnell Douglas A-12 Avenger II was cancelled in 1991 after the program ran into serious problems. It was intended to replace the obsolete Grumman A-6 Intruder. The Navy considered updating an existing design as a more attractive approach to a clean sheet program. As an alternative to the A-12, McDonnell Douglas proposed the Super Hornet, initially Hornet II in the 1980s, an improvement of the successful previous F/A-18 models, which could serve as an alternate replacement for the A-6 Intruder. The next generation Hornet design proved more attractive than Grumman's quick strike upgrade to the F-14 Tomcat, which was regarded as an insufficient technological leap over existing F-14s. At the time, the Grumman F-14 Tomcat was the Navy's primary air superiority fighter and fleet defense interceptor. Then Secretary of Defense Dick Cheney described the F-14 as 1960s technology, and drastically cut back F-14D procurement in 1989 before cancelling production altogether in 1991, in favor of the updated F/A-18EF. The decision to replace the Tomcat with an all-Hornet carrier air wing was controversial. Vietnam War ace and Congressman Duke Cunningham criticized the Super Hornet as an unproven design that compromised air superiority. In 1992, the Navy cancelled the Navy Advanced Tactical Fighter, NATF, which would have been a navalized variant of the Air Force's Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. As a cheaper alternative to NATF, Grumman proposed substantial improvements to the F-14 beyond quick strike, but Congress rejected them as too costly and reaffirmed its commitment to the less expensive F/A-18EF. The Super Hornet was first ordered by the U.S. Navy in 1992. The Navy retained the F/A-18 designation to help sell the program to Congress as a low-risk derivative, though the Super Hornet is largely a new aircraft. The Hornet and Super Hornet share many characteristics, including avionics, ejection seats, radar, armament, mission computer software, and maintenance/operating procedures. The initial F/A-18EF retained most of the avionics systems from the F/A-18CD's configuration at the time. The Super Hornet first flew on November 29, 1995. Initial production on the F/A-18EF began in 1995. Flight testing started in 1996 with the F/A-18EF's first carrier landing in 1997. Low-rate production began in March 1997 with full production beginning in September 1997. Testing continued through 1999, finishing with sea trials and aerial refueling demonstrations. Testing involved 3,100 test flights covering 4,600 flight hours. The Super Hornet underwent U.S. Navy operational tests and evaluations in 1999, and was approved in February 2000. With the retirement of the F-14 in 2006, all of the Navy's combat jets have been Hornet variants until the F-35C Lightning II entered service. The F-A-18E single-seat and F-A-18F two-seat aircraft took the place of the F-14 Tomcat, A-6 Intruder, Lockheed S-3 Viking, and Ka-6D aircraft. An electronic warfare variant, the EA-18G Growler, replaces the EA-6B Prowler. The Block II Super Hornet incorporates an improved active electronically scanned array, AESA, radar, larger displays, the joint helmet-mounted cueing system, and several other avionics replacements. Avionics and weapons systems that were under development for the prospective production version of the Boeing X-32 were used on the Block II Super Hornet. New-build aircraft received the APG-79 AESA radar beginning in 2005. In January 2008, it was announced that 135 earlier production aircraft were to be retrofitted with AESA radars. In 2008, Boeing discussed the development of a Super Hornet Block III with the US and Australian military, featuring additional stealth capabilities and extended range. In 2010, Boeing offered prospective Super Hornet customers the International Roadmap, which included conformal fuel tanks, enhanced engines, an enclosed weapons pod, EWP, a next-generation cockpit, a new missile warning system, and an internal infrared search and track, IRST, system. The EWP has 4 internal stations for munitions. A single aircraft can carry a total of 3 EWPs, housing up to 12 AMRAAMs and 2 sidewinders. The next generation cockpit features a 19x 11-inch touch-sensitive display. In 2011, Boeing received a U.S. Navy contract to develop a new mission computer. Boeing and Northrop Grumman self-funded a prototype of the advanced Super Hornet. The prototype features a 50% reduction in frontal radar cross-section, RCS, conformal fuel tanks, CFT, and an enclosed weapons pod. Features could also be integrated onto the EA-18G Growler. Flight tests of the advanced Super Hornet began on August 5, 2013 and continued for 3 weeks, testing the performance of CFTs, the enclosed weapons pod, EWP, and signature enhancements. The U.S. Navy was reportedly pleased with the advanced Super Hornet's flight test results, and hopes it will provide future procurement options. In March 2013, the U.S. Navy was considering the widespread adoption of conformal fuel tanks, which would allow the Super Hornet to carry 3,500 pounds 1,600 kilograms of additional fuel. Flight testing demonstrated CFTs could slightly reduce drag while expanding the combat range by 260 nautical miles, 300 miles, 480 kilometers. The prototype CFT weighed 1,500 pounds 680 kilograms, while production CFTs are expected to weigh 870 pounds 390 kilograms. General Electric's Enhanced Performance Engine, EPE, increasing the F414 GE400's power output from 22,000 to 26,400 lbf, 98 to 117 knots, of thrust per engine, was suggested. In 2009, development commenced on several engine improvements, including greater resistance to foreign object damage, reduced fuel burn rate, and potentially increased thrust of up to 20%. In 2014, Boeing revealed a Super Hornet hybrid concept, equipped with the EA-18G Growler's electronic signal detection capabilities to allow for targets engagement using the receiver. The concept did not include the ALQ-99 jamming pod. Growth capabilities could include the addition of a long-range infrared search and track sensor and new air-to-air tracking modes. In 2019, Boeing received a $4 billion contract to deliver 78 Block III Super Hornets for the Navy through fiscal 2021. The Navy plans to sign year-to-year contracts with Boeing to convert all of its Block II aircraft to Block III variants through 2033.